Without music, life would be a mistake. That which does not kill us makes us stronger. One must still have chaos in oneself to be able to give birth to a dancing star. He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. In heaven, all the interesting people are missing. The individual has always had to struggle to keep from being overwhelmed by the tribe. If you try it, you will be lonely often, and sometimes frightened. But no price is too high to pay for the privilege of owning yourself. There are no facts, only interpretations. I am a forest, and a night of dark trees, but he who is not afraid of my darkness, will find banks full of roses. All truly great thoughts are conceived while walking. The higher we soar, the smaller we appear to those who cannot fly. The man of knowledge must be able not only to love his enemies but also to hate his friends. He who fights with monsters should be careful lest he thereby become a monster. And if thou gaze long into an abyss, the abyss will also gaze into thee. The essence of all beautiful art, all great art, is gratitude. It is hard enough to remember my opinions, without also remembering my reasons for them. You have your way. I have my way. As for the right way, the correct way, and the only way, it does not exist. The snake which cannot cast its skin has to die. As well the minds which are prevented from changing their opinions, they cease to be mind. Invisible threads are the strongest ties. The surest way to corrupt a youth is to instruct him to hold in higher esteem those who think alike than those who think differently. When we are tired, we are attacked by ideas we conquered long ago. He who possesses art and science has religion, he who does not possess them, needs religion. A thinker sees his own actions as experiments and questions as attempts to find out something. Success and failure are for him answers above all. Man is the cruelest animal. Whoever battles with monsters had better see that it does not turn him into a monster. And if you gaze long into an abyss, the abyss will gaze back into you. In individuals, insanity is rare, but in groups, parties, nations and epochs, it is the rule. The individual has always had to struggle to keep from being overwhelmed by the tribe. To be your own man is a hard business. If you try it, you'll be lonely often, and sometimes frightened. But no price is too high to pay for the privilege of owning yourself. The best weapon against an enemy is another enemy. The advantage of a bad memory is that one enjoys several times the same good things for the first time. I cannot believe in a God who wants to be praised all the time. There are no beautiful surfaces without a terrible depth. In every real man, a child is hidden that wants to play. We love life, not because we are used to living but because we are used to loving. The greatest happiness you can have is knowing that you do not necessarily require happiness. The most common lie is that which one lies to himself, lying to others is relatively an exception. The true man wants two things, danger and play. For that reason he wants woman, as the most dangerous plaything. A good writer possesses not only his own spirit but also the spirit of his friends. All credibility, all good conscience, all evidence of truth come only from the senses. The thought of suicide is a great consolation. By means of it one gets through many a dark night. One must still have chaos in oneself to be able to give birth to a dancing star. The demand to be loved is the greatest of all arrogant presumptions. The future influences the present just as much as the past. When you look into an abyss, the abyss also looks into you. Beware that, when fighting monsters, you yourself do not become a monster, for when you gaze long into the abyss gazes also into you. We often refuse to accept an idea merely because the way in which it has been expressed is unsympathetic to us. Faith, not wanting to know what is true. In every real man a child is hidden that wants to play. The greatest hazard of all, losing one's self, can occur very quietly in the world, as if it were nothing at all. No other loss can occur so quietly, any other loss, an arm, a leg, $5, a wife, etc., is sure to be noticed. The man who fights for his ideals is the man who is alive. To forget one's purpose is the commonest form of stupidity. A woman may very well form a friendship with a man, but for this to endure, it must be assisted by a little physical antipathy. The most important things are the hardest to say, because words diminish them. When one has a great deal to put into it, a day has 100 pockets. Mystical explanations are considered deep. The truth is they are not even shallow. It is not a lack of love, but a lack of friendship that makes unhappy marriages. In individuals, insanity is rare, but in groups, parties, nations and epochs, it is the rule. In architecture, as in all other operative arts, the end must direct the operation. The end is to build well. Well building has three conditions: commodity, firmness, and delight. The most common form of human stupidity is forgetting what one is trying to do. You need chaos in your soul to give birth to a dancing star. There are two different types of people in the world, those who want to know, and those who want to believe. The man of knowledge must be able not only to love his enemies but also to hate his friends. In revenge and in love, woman is more barbaric than man. The true man wants two things, danger and play. For that reason, he wants woman as the most dangerous plaything. The individual has always had to struggle to keep from being overwhelmed by the tribe. To be your own man is a hard business. If you try it, you'll be lonely often, and sometimes frightened. But no price is too high to pay for the privilege of owning yourself.